My name is Mara Brenner, otherwise known as Orange Knits, and this is a tutorial for the knit 2 below stitch for my confectionery hat and sock pattern. So I've done my 3 rows of contrast color, and now I'm ready to go back in with my main color and do the knit 2 below stitch. So the stitch pattern for this first row is going to be knit 2 below, knit through the back loop, knit 2 below, knit through the back loop. So I'm going to go right into the knit 2 below, and you can see that I have my 3 rows of contrast color, and where I'm going to be doing the knit 2 below, there are 2 purl bumps. And I'm going to want to go right underneath that second purl bump. And if I can stretch the fabric out here, you can see that there's a little hole underneath that purl bump. I'm going to insert my needle from front to back into that hole, wrap my yarn, pull it through, and just like the knit 1 below, you're just going to let that stitch slide off the needle, just like you would knitting a regular stitch, and then let it drop. And again, that main color is anchoring all those stitches, so they're not going to go anywhere. And then knit through the back loop. So now it's going to be easier to see on this one because we're not right on the edge. We're going to knit 2 below. So there's 1 purl bump, 2 purl bumps, and you can see that there's a strand of main color yarn in the back underneath that second purl bump. And we're going to go in between the contrast color purl bump and that strand of main color yarn. So right into that hole, into that gap that's created. And pull through, and then slide it all off the needle and let it drop. And you can feel that the tension gets loose, but you'll tighten it back up in the next row. So knit through the back loop, find that space under the 2 purl bumps, insert your needle from front to back, wrap your yarn, pull it through, let it slide off your needle. Knit through the back loop, find that space in between the purl bump and the main color yarn, insert your needle from front to back, wrap the yarn, pull it through, let that stitch slide off your needle and drop. Back loop. Here's our last knit 2 below. Okay, so now I'm done with that first main color row, and you can already see the little contrast color dots starting to form. And this next row will be the one that really helps tighten everything back up and make those dots really show up. So we're going back to the main color twisted rib, and the main color twisted rib pattern is knit through the back loop, purl 1, knit 1 through the back loop, purl 1. So knit 1 through the back loop, and then we're going to make sure our tension is tight, purl 1, knit through the back loop, purl, knit through the back loop, purl, through the back loop, purl, knit through the back loop, purl. And now you can see how those purls and tightening everything back up has really helped define those contrast color dots. So that is the knit 2 below stitch for the confectionery hat and sock pattern. I hope you have fun knitting. Thank you.